So hello everyone, this is your Woman Today YouTube channel over here, and this is your host Krishna hosting this interview right now. And today's our guest to our Women Today channel is famous travel influencer from UK, London, and her name is Pratibha Ola. I welcome you, Pratibha Ola ma'am, to this Women Today YouTube channel over here. So good evening. So please introduce about yourself to the audience who are watching this interview right now, ma'am.
Hi, good evening, Krishna. Thanks a lot, first of all, for inviting me on your channel. It's a pleasure. And to introduce myself, I would say by profession, I'm an engineer. I work for Apple. I design GPUs that go in iPhones, MacBooks, and everything that Apple does. So that's my profession, but my personal interests are like suggestive of very different interests because, as you know, I'm a travel influencer who is kind of in a growing stage right now, and I love traveling, absolutely love it. Going around the world, experiencing different things, meeting new people. It's just my forte. So yeah, that's who I am.
So tell us, ma'am, being an travel influencer, so what are the advantages that you're seeing right now? Like, as you said, that you're working for an Apple company, that you're an engineer by one side, on only on the other side, you're like a travel influencer. So how do you actually balance between these two kind of professional careers? How do you just switch between these kind of professional careers, like doing something which is totally like technical side, and on the other side it's like non-technical, having fun and everything. So tell us about your kind of balance between these two
Yeah.
things. Of course you have kind of work-life balance in UK, but the thing is that how far do you actually try to balance? Is it like even if you do not have specific time to go travel, make some videos content, you do put some personal holidays and go for a holidays, or is it like, okay, I'm just concentrating on my work and
Mm-hmm.
I'm just doing it, the travel influencing and other things only but during my leisure or free time?
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's a good question. So, obviously, like I'm working full time, right? Even though UK is more known for its work-life balance, or Europe in general, but that's not true for Apple at all. It's as good as being in America. So, because that's where our main team is. So definitely the work is very demanding. To answer your question, how do I manage? It's more of like the leisure time. So all the good companies, at least, obviously, they provide a certain set of holidays. Say about, I don't know, I don't want to quote it, but like up to 30 holidays per year or something, and we do get weekends and all. So I try to work around those those times to be able to travel. So obviously, like to maintain the sanity, we have much work, and we can't be working all the time. So it comes more naturally. So I don't see traveling as a work. I just love travel, and I have a passion for it. So it just happens because if you're passionate about something, if you're determined to do something, and you like doing something, then you just make time. You just do it. You go with the flow. To be honest, it's not as seamless as it may seem from outside. It's not easy managing work, and I'm being more serious about my influencing now as well. So it's not easy, but it's a hard work. It's an effort, but at the end of the day, it's my passion, and I just make it happen.
So tell us your kind of travel experience, ma'am. Like, which was your favorite part of the country that we visited so far right now? Like, tell us about your European journeys, and have you visited the United States, or is it like you focus only on the European countries? Also, do you have any kind of plans visiting the Asian countries? So tell us about your past and tell us about your future kind of things which you have planned ahead, ma'am.
Mhm. Yeah, thanks for the question. So, obviously, because I'm in Europe and it's quite connected well, so it's better and easier to travel in Europe. So, so I've almost visited like all of the countries in Europe, and it's been a while, like since we did that. So it's kind of we are repeating the same things or going out with friends and stuff. So yeah, that is good. And Europe is like really, really nice because it has all the flavors, architecture, food, different people, different cultures, and yeah, it's pretty good. All the landscapes, everything, but it's not just that we are focusing just on Europe or anything like that. I think we've been around quite a lot. So even in Africa, we've seen quite a bit of Africa. So we've been to Morocco, Egypt, and Kenya, Tanzania, and all of that stuff. And we have plans of visiting again. And we've been to America, we've been to Cuba, and all those places. I think Asia, ironically, we are from Asia, but somehow, haven't been able to visit that much because the thing is, like, when we go back home, it's more of, spending time with family. So we do not get a lot of time to explore in Asia, but still have been to Thailand, I guess. Might want to explore more. Like, it's easier for us to, for example, go to Singapore or something. So I think like until now it has been a great journey. I'm about to like finish visiting 40 countries and it's a great feeling. Like my target is to finish like 50 countries before I turn 30. So I think I'm on track. And yeah, that'll be a great feeling because doing it with a full-time job, it's not easy, and doing it all independently, without like I'm financially independent. I've done it all by myself, so it's a great feeling. So yeah, it has been a great experience. I started like I don't know when I was 21 years old. So I think initially my job also like sent me overseas, and that was when it rekindled my love for travel outside India. So yeah, it was great. And within Europe, if I have to pick one, I think there's a lot of good countries, but Iceland, for example, it has a different character altogether to it. It feels like you're on a different planet. So yeah, that's one country we really liked. Greece is nice as well. Like it's nice, chill. I love the Mediterranean coast, so that's always like a go-to place. Um, Africa as a continent, if I have to choose, I think I'll choose Africa because it has always given us like really different experience. Like that I couldn't have even imagined. There's a different world out there altogether. Just going there on the safari was so exciting. Kenya, Tanzania, they were just gorgeous. I just loved it. Being in the nature, that's like seeing the raw form of the nature, and for once, it really felt like we are. This is not a world of humans, but rather a world of animals where we humans were like animals. Like we were seeing them and they had their whole habitat there. It was just amazing. So I just love that absolutely. Even Morocco, Egypt, like Morocco was really nice also. Like the people were so nice and humble. So hearing their perspective of um how they live their lives differently, and how there are some sort of connections between how they think and we think, even though we are like miles apart. It's just it's really nice to know. And US, obviously, it's completely different. So yeah, it has been great experience until now, but this doesn't stop here. I think there's no end to it. Like I'll keep traveling. My if if I talk about long-term life goals, then I would at least want to travel the whole world like twice in my life. That's too ambitious, but yeah, I mean, I just love experiences and traveling. So yeah.
Yeah, since you told you want to travel the world, like around the world in 80 days, like the Jackie Chan film. So tell us which part of the country, like I don't want to say which part of the country, I want to frame the question like this, like you are given a chance to visit this country once again. So which country would you like to pick to visit once again? On the other hand, like which country do you think that you don't want to visit again? Like, okay, I have done my best. I don't want to like what to say, spend my time again in this country, and also at the same time pick any one specific country that you wanted to visit again and again. Like you want this, you want to settle there, or is it like I have to spend my leisure travel days and time over here? Like tell about these kind of extremities, ma'am. Like the most favorite country and the most non-favorable country.
Okay. Okay, that's an interesting question. So there's like different variations to it, right? Like, so if I want to go back, then I think I would definitely want to go back to Kenya, to Masai Mara. That's on my list. Like, again, I have to go because, it was great seeing all the animals and, being in their environment. I think Iceland is also one of those. I already gave those examples, but yeah, if I have to pick one, then definitely like the African savannas. Um, and if I have to choose like where I might want to settle down, I think my most favorite is Italy, by the way, because it has like all flavors to it. It has all architecture, history, and lovely beaches, amazing people, amazing food, and also mountains. It's just really, really nice. So yeah, either Italy or maybe Greece. Greece is also nice as well, like in terms of food and it's quite peaceful and just beautiful, I guess. Um, so yeah, those, and I think it's really hard to answer like where I wouldn't want to go back. Because almost always when I come back from a trip, I'm like, oh, we have to visit this place again, and it was so nice, and yeah, so that's the case, but to be honest, like going to Cuba was not that straightforward. So I don't think I would like to essentially go back. Like it's not like I have a problem going back, but it's just that there's other places like I've seen the Caribbean coast, but there's other countries where I can see the same thing. So yeah, that's, I hope it answers your question.
Yeah, okay. I do understand that you do not want to name a country that you don't want to visit again. I do understand that you respect the countries a lot. And on the other side, what was a toughest part of the travel? Like you can share your experience. Like you would have that memorable moment which you can't forget till the end of your life. That like you had struggled a lot in that journey. Like we do have a lot of favorite journeys, uh, like we can just go by the flow. We'll not be having any kind of things, we'll be enjoying right from the beginning to the end. But the thing is that there must be one single incident that made you like, okay, this must be my toughest part of the journey. So what was it? Tell about that kind of experience, man.
Okay, so you want to hear the bad part then? Um, all right. So yeah, I mentioned Cuba, right? So that was a very adventurous kind of travel for us. So because like Cuba is not a normal country, like their relation with the US is quite different, and we did realize that there are some restrictions in that country, but we still went ahead. We thought there's only restrictions for the US citizens for them to travel to Cuba. But we reached Cuba and they didn't put a stamp on our passport, and I got like really panicked that what's happening, and is there something wrong? Like we need to get it back, and we were just asking some people, and then all of a sudden they are like, oh, why do you need a stamp? Because like Cuba doesn't put it, because some countries they don't like that you have visited Cuba in the past. So that was something, it hit me, and they were like, oh, you're traveling to US after this? So they were like, oh, there's no way, like you can't travel to US. So we traveled from Europe to Cuba, and from Cuba we were traveling to US, and we had everything planned. New Year's in New York, and going to Times Square and everything. So we just got really panicked, and if it was all okay or not. So we were literally thinking that we should change all of our plans, maybe go to Mexico first and then enter from Mexico and all of that. So all of this when we didn't have internet the whole night. So we went to, and people did not understand our language. So we went to another hotel, just stood outside, made them understand with our sign languages that we just need your Wi-Fi's password, because our hotels, which was 5 star, by the way, Wi-Fi was not working because Cuba does not have like it struggles in even basic facilities sometimes. So we stood outside the another hotel. We got the password, and somehow we communicated to our friend. He contacted United Airlines. And then help us understand that it's probably okay to travel. So yeah, we just took a chance, but back of our mind, like, we stayed in Cuba for those days, but back of our mind we were always thinking, what if they don't let us in? Although like everything says that it should be okay, but then you know how American officials can be. Like, we didn't have any way around, right? We were travel like, it's not about hiding that you have visited Cuba, but we were traveling from Cuba itself to US. So that was a bit tricky. But we did go, and it was pretty smooth actually. Like, people travel from, say, India or UK and stuff, and still they have issues, but we had absolutely no issues, and then it was all a relief. But that trip was crazy because we were thinking that we would cancel everything, and even to cancel we didn't have internet, so it was like really, really different kind of adventure, I would say.
Yeah, I think you have visited already 40 countries, and your passport must be having a lot of stamps over there. And because of this, no need to worry about the travel part in the Cuba. Like, you're departing from Cuba and you're landing in New York, so it will be like no need to worry, because since you have already a lot of stamps in your passport, so the American officials will be like, okay, you're kind of travel influencer, so why not travel Cuba? I do understand that you do have a lot of travel kind of fetish over there, so no need to worry about anything. Let's let's put your stamp and go enjoy your vacation in the United States. So I think that's the kind of
Yeah.
thing which they must have accepted in that kind of way. Okay, this is the kind of story which the audience want to know, because all kind of good journeys will be like, okay, no need to worry about anything, we can just have that kind of good stories from everyone. But the thing is that this uh, travel journey in Cuba was the real thing which was like the memorable part which you can't forget. Like, what can you say? Like, people don't even understand the English language, and you have to use the sign language. Also, at the same time, you're just staying in a star hotel, and at the same time, you're not having any kind of proper Wi-Fi. And what to do? You'll be having a lot of panic mode. Like, what will happen if they do not allow us to enter the United States, or what if they just what to say, deport us back to the country like Cuba, or so this kind of things. Is it like, it will be like totally, it's like putting you in a dark room and you do not know what's going to happen the next moment. So being a
It was
woman,
definitely that.
yeah, yeah, being a woman and under the age of 30, you have already visited 40 countries. That's a great thing. And on the other hand, this part of even I'm speaking to you and I'm thinking of the whole situation which you must have gone through while when you're in Cuba. Was it, is it it's like totally like, what to say, you can't even forget the very late time in your life. You can have it till the end of your life. So that's the kind of thing
Yeah, absolutely.
which we needed to know. On the other side, like, what to say, we have spoken a lot about travel journeys. So let us speak about your technical work that you are doing right now in Apple. So tell me, ma'am, do you actually what kind of work do you actually do with Apple? Like, you design the Apple devices, or is it like you work with the other kind of modalities, ma'am?
No. So as I said, I work in the GPU team, so I design the GPUs, basically part of that team, and the GPUs that go in iPhones, MacBooks, or iPads and stuff. So yeah, I'm a design engineer in Apple.
So
So electronic background, you can say.
So if
Chip designing.
if you were given a chance to travel the world, and also if you're given a chance like a very good posting in Apple, like which you would like to select?
Yeah, you put me on spot. There's no right answer to that. I love my job. That's like a work side of me. I've been doing this like since the start of my career, and I think the other side is like it adds creativity. So this is like more technical, and I've been a science student, and I love science, so I can't lose that. I can't lose the creative part of it. So I created my own thing so that I don't lose the touch with creativity. So I think both the things are important for me. Yeah, I think like as much as I'm a science student, I absolutely admire art and creativity. And I've been into these things since I was a student, or like in school or college. So I just can't lose that touch, and that's why I'm trying to maintain that. And I think like it's easy to think that, oh, influencers, they earn so much or they have this life and all. But if you think about it, there's like different side of it also, right? Like, because if you talk about stability, then this does not have, like, one day you have all these following. What if you get sick? Like, you can just lose everything, right? Like, you have to be constantly working. So I think overall, if you think about it, I really like the stability part of this job. I mean, I know in India people might think government jobs have stability, but this is essentially like that. So you earn good money, and you work with the most passionate people in the world, and doing the most crucial jobs, like technical. Like, if humans are evolving and advancing these days, it's all because of technology that we are witnessing, right? So it's just amazing to be part of this field right now. I hadn't planned it; it just happened, right? So I don't want to lose that, but at the same time, I think this is more passion, so I would not let it overpower me, and we'll always try to maintain a balance, I guess.
Yeah, that's a great kind of answer. You're trying to balance your both a professional work, and also at the same time you're trying to balance your kind of passion works. So on the other hand, why this interview? If any kind of message you would like to pass to the audience who are watching this interview right now, so what kind of message would you like to the people tell to the people, not only for the women entrepreneurs, not only for the working women, but also for the kids, for the elderly people, for who are the ones who are seeing this interview. So please tell what kind of message that you have in your mind that you always wanted to tell to the world right now, ma'am.
Okay. Thanks a lot for asking this question, because like I am, coming into this influencing and all, because I'm missing that, I need to be able to speak to people somehow. So there has to be some channel. So I found this as my channel, right? And I can say, like, to some extent I'm quite accomplished now, but we should always give back, right? So that's what I believe in. And if I'm just in my shell, just working and living a good life, I would not be able to do that. So I think this is a good platform, and thanks for asking this again. So what I want to say is, like, I think the most important thing for anyone is to dream big, but don't just dream, right? Like, believe in what you want, right? And the world is like just a machine. They for most part of it, they just live a conventional life. Almost everyone would. So you might want something different. You might have some thoughts. Put some logical thinking into it. Have your plan ready. People might say no, that it will not work out. This is not how things normally happen. So how can you think? Like, they will pull you back. I would not say intentionally. They might be your loved ones, they might be your friends, they might be your family. They want good things for you. They want that you are stable, right? But at the same time, the vision that you have in your mind, they might not be able to see the same thing. So that's the vision, that's a unique thing that you have. And if you put like all the logical thinking into it, have a complete plan, then you need to believe in yourself and believe as much that you have the patience to be able to consistently work towards it, right? So that's what I want to say. But at the same time, it's really hard to derail, and these things are not easy if you want to do something really different than what other people are. So always have a backup. So that's kind of what I believe in, because I like de-risking things. I just established and stabilized myself in my career, and then that's when I transitioned into what the passion side of things, and what I want to really do, like, creative side. So basically find that balance. Always think of, what if this goes wrong, this is what I will do. But always focus on the main thing, a main vision that you have for life, or what makes you who you are. So never let that creativity go, never lose that spark in your eyes. Just age is just a number. Just keep working towards your goal. Never forget to have fun along with it, because life is beautiful. The people here are beautiful. We should be very grateful that we are here, and just make the most of it. So yeah.
Yeah, of course, you're combining everything with a kind of Indian backup things. Of course, you do have a need to have a dream within you. You should have some kind of fire within you. You should always work towards your dream, no matter what kind of things which is set by the other people around the world, also by your near, dear, loved ones. You should always follow the kind of dream which you always aspired for in your life. And also, speaking of your kind of words right now, I remember the speech which was given by Tom Cruise, like what to say. He was telling in an interview, like whatever things he needed to do for his film, like he'll just plan it and he'll try to accomplish it in some or the other way. Like he doesn't literally don't know actually how to perform it. But the thing is that he will do it. Come or not way, he will do it. That's the
If you're waiting for the perfect moment, that will never come. So no one is perfect. Just have the vision that you want to do it, have the right will, and things will just fall in place. So yeah, you need to.
universe will always
That,
make it happen. That's what you're trying to tell.
mhm. Yes.
Yes. So thank you once again for coming in and joining this interview over here. So it was a great kind of fun set of questions which I've asked you regarding your professional work and kind of travel works. So I think we need to connect again once again in the future so that I'll be able to know what are the other countries that you have traveled after visiting even 40 countries right now. I think you must have kind of two passports right now. Like the first set of passport must be N by red because of the stamps. So you must be carrying both the passports right now. I always wish you all the best for your upcoming ventures regarding your professional career and also your travel passion. So people who are watching this video, please do like our channel. If you have any kind of doubts regarding travel, Pratibha Ola ma'am is there to help you. So I'll just mention her Instagram link in the YouTube description down here so that you can directly connect with her, message her if you have any kind of doubts in your European travel or American travels or kind of African travels or Asian countries travel. You can just go and ask her. And if anyone wanted to ask anything about me, you can just mention some kind of things in the comment section so that I'll be able to connect with you. And of course, today's our guest is Pratibha Ola ma'am. So once again, thank you for coming and joining this interview. Good evening. Have a nice day, ma'am.
Thanks a lot, Krishna. It was fabulous. Thanks everyone. Cheers.
Cheers,
Bye.
ma'am. Bye.